everyone, I'm Cindy from Small Reading, and today I'm talking to you guys about my 2014 book highlight. Ta-da! I know it's really mid-January and I'm talking about stuff from last 2 weeks ago, but bear with me, I'm kind of late on this. So the first book or books I want to talk to you guys about are the books from the Divergent series by Veronica Roth. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard about this series already, since the movie Divergent came out last March and Insurgent is coming out this March as well. And I mostly want to focus on the first book of the series, which is Divergent. And let's just say this book got me to read again. Previous years, I have been in a reading slump. I haven't found any good books that actually capture my attention again. It made me feel back like when I was reading the Harry Potter series, when it was like, oh, I gotta know what happened, I gotta continue, I can't put this book down. And when I read Divergent by the Veronica Roth, it brought back that feeling again. It was amazing. I read that book and I was totally captured. I didn't want to put the book down. I had to flip it. I didn't have to, I actually bought the Kindle edition for this whole 3-book series. So I had to I flipped my tablet onto the next page as I read, and I couldn't put my tablet down. The reason why I love Divergent is because Trish, her character, she's very much her character. I love her character. Like I said, she's strong and she's not perfect, and she admits it herself because she's not obligation enough, so she went dauntless. That's where she met For. Let's just say Divergent is my favorite book out of this whole trilogy. Don't get me talking about Allegiant, please. No. I'm not gonna spoil that for you guys. I'll let you guys find out what happened in Allegiant. The second book that blew me away in 2014 is The Faults in Our Stars by John Green. This book is very well known now since a movie came out last year featuring Shailene Woodley and Axel Elgort. And I'm very pleased with the movie since it's stuck truly to the book itself. So this book was something different I read. In my recent years, I read stories about people having cancer, especially a girl or a boy having cancer. And it was very, as you can say, depressing because it focused so much on the depressing part of the cancer rather than the romance. And this book had a mix of romance and cancer mixed together. So I was very pleased when the book focused less on the cancer and more on the characters' relationship and what was going around them. This book really struck a chord with me since 2 years ago I took a class called Bio of Cancer, which focused on the study of cancers and a different kind of cancer and the cause of cancer and what can we do to prevent that cancer or cancers. I just love this book. The characters were very real in a sense, in that they didn't deny that they have cancer. They just tried to live with the cancer itself rather than dread day by day as to how long they can live. They just live for the moment. So the third book that blew me away in 2014 is the series If I Stay by Galen Foreman. And I was initially iffy about starting this series since I was still recovering or in denial from the whole Divergent series. Don't get me started. And I was kind of iffy since I figured, oh no, another series, how long will this series last? Then I read online, it's just a 2-book series, so I was like, what the heck? Might as well read it. I actually saw the movie to If I Stay before I actually read the book. The movie actually made me want to read the book. And let's just say I cried a lot during the movie because it was very emotional. I read the book and I was so emotional at the same time. I found this book interesting since it's about a girl who faced an out-of-body experience when her family were in an accident and she's the only one living in a kind of a realm of the living dead. And the characters of Mia and Adams were another OTP of mine. So the second book in the If I Stay series is called Where She Went, and this book is written in Adam's point of view rather than Mia's point of view in the previous If I Stay book. And this book follows If I Stay, and there is a time interval of going back between the present and the past, and they're very much relatable at the same time. And in the beginning of each chapter, there is a lyrics from the song that Adam wrote for his band after he experienced what he experienced in If I Stay. And those lyrics are very touching, sad, and emotional, because if you read the book, you find out that he is a very sensitive guy. He is heartbroken and he's falling to pieces. He doesn't know what to do with his life, and the only way he can handle this sadness of his is actually by drinking and smoking and sleeping around, basically. And I really enjoyed Where I Went more than If I Stay, in a sense, because I really enjoy reading from a guy's point of view rather than mainly the girl's point of view. So this series is very interesting because the first book is in the girl's point of view, which is Mia, and the second book and the last book in the series is written in the guy's point of view, or Adam's. So it's very enlightening to read that rather than the whole series focus mainly in the perspective of a girl. And I highly recommend this series for people to read. And if the movie came out for Where I Went, I would definitely go watch it. The next book I was blown away in 2014 was Maybe Someday by Colleen Hoover. I just love this book so much because back then I was very against reading stories where there was a love triangle, because love triangles just bring heartaches, headaches, and more headaches. And I told myself I am done reading love triangles unless that love triangle is solved really fast within 2 or 3 chapters. And this book is an exception because this one gave me a new perspective of the whole love triangle, in that I didn't hate one character and love 2 characters. This is the story when I love all 3 characters in the love triangle so much, and I wanted a happy ending for all 3 of them, not for just 2 of them. I was very happy with the ending for Maybe Someday because the author cleaned it up quite well. There were some questions that a reader would be wondering about towards this one particular character, but that would be all solved if the readers go online to the website for this book and just go to bonus feature, click on that, and it's password protected to read the epilogue. You're gonna need the password, which is the very last word in the story, to read the epilogue. And very much for this one particular character, this is the epilogue for this one particular character, and people will be very happy to find out what really happened in that character. Highly recommend reading this book or any book by Colleen Hoover. It just makes me feel so much. So thank you for watching my video of my 2014 book highlight. Woo! Please comment below and subscribe as well. And feel free to check out my blog, which is A Glimpse of Wonderland blogs, and I will link that below in the description box for you guys. And I'll see you soon. Life happens and my battery for my camera ran out, so I had to do this thing again. I was very happy with the ending for Wrong story.